And I actually watch a lot of your videos all the time. And I was telling Sean, I said, take a look at some of Fred's videos. It was yesterday, right? You were looking at his video. I was telling him to take a look at some of your videos because they're very inspiring and thought-provoking.
Is this you too, Ben?
Congratulations.
No, it's family. You wouldn't? All right, shit. He shot my documentary.
So, and I appreciate y'all, man. Like, I don't read too much, you know, but I know, like, the guys that are out there pushing and fighting and trying to get people to see things, you know, the right way. I know that y'all been doing your thing, man. And I know people try to, you know, quiet y'all down and stuff like that. And I couldn't tell you, man, guys like yourself.
The stuff you're doing, it's something you can apply to your life.
So what's up, y'all? I just want to have this quick conversation with you guys. Who's more protected, Anthony Joshua or Canelo? As we saw today, the stoppage was entirely premature. Forgive me, guys. I literally just woke up out of sleep about 30 minutes ago, and I started watching videos, and I was like, man, I want to get this video out because it's a thought that I had after the fight, but it was so much sports going on. The Penn State, Ohio State game got good, and I wanted to watch that, and I couldn't do these videos. But, oh, let me tell you guys, too, before the video actually goes deep, I'll be at the fights in New York this week, so if you guys have any questions, I would follow me on Instagram because I can get the question, because now that our channel is growing, I don't get all the comments now. So if you go to my Instagram, Silent Heroes, shoot me a DM if you guys have any questions for the fighters. As you know, a lot of people will be covering the fight, and when you guys see him, you guys say, he didn't ask that question, just slide my DM, pause, whatever it is, and then I'll if I get a chance to ask you a question, I'll gladly do it. But let's talk about this stoppage. Yes, I thought it was premature, and I thought Takam had earned the right to finish the fight just based off the guy fighting with one cut on his eye since round 4, I would guess, and the other one since around 6 or 7, somewhere in there. So I would say that he earned the right. And if you look at when he was knocked down in the 4th round, you can see the ref like urging him to stop, because it was like they were having like a disagreement in the ring, right? He didn't. I think he was asked some trick questions. Do you want to continue? Are you all right? He asked him a yes question, and then I believe he asked him a question that had to be responded no. And I thought Takam was kind of confused, you know. And it's very apparent, very apparent, that Anthony Joshua is being exceptionally protected over there in the UK, and from I guess from a business perspective, it makes no sense for him to come to America. I don't know what the ticket sales are. I don't know how much the tickets cost, because it can be misleading. It's like when Canelo fought at Minute Maid Park. They had tickets for $5, right, or something like that, or the top deck, and it was very misleading. Like you have 50,000, whatever, 30,000 people sold out, but the tickets are so cheap that, that the gate is not as big. But they say there's 78,000 people there. So from a business standpoint, if he sold 78,000 people, and the name wasn't Deontay Wilder in the other corner, he doesn't need him until the tickets start dwindling, and he is the only show going, and he's definitely protected. Now, the question is, who's more protected, Canelo or Anthony Joshua? Now, as we look at Canelo's just recent history, now we'll start with the Lara fight. I was there ringside for that fight. I thought Lara won that fight. I thought Canelo beat Trout. People say Trout might have won that fight, but I genuinely thought Trout didn't push him enough. But Lara Canelo, the feel of that fight was Lara won the fight, because it seemed like Canelo couldn't hit him. And obviously we know the 114 score in Vegas with Canelo. Canelo fighting Amir Khan from 147, pushing him to 155. Liam Smith in Dallas, Texas. Bums. The only credible fight, I mean, he's fought a lot of names, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying his only like legitimate win, I thought when I rewatched the fight, I had Cotto winning 7-5. Then when I rewatched it, I had Canelo 7-5 in that fight. So it was a 2.2 round swing there. And Triple G, I'm probably missing some fights in between, right? But Triple G and Canelo, the feel of that fight, I had Triple G winning 8 rounds to 4. I would take 7 rounds to 5. So that's my take on it. But now the bigger question is, who's more protected? And it's a real interesting question, because I genuinely cannot give you an answer to that right now. But it's just something for us to ponder, and moving forward, as you guys watch these guys' careers grow. No, matter of fact, I will give you an answer now. I think that because Canelo has fought more, he's the more protected fighter. I think Anthony Joshua will generate more income because of where he's fighting. As they say in property, real estate, location. And I think the terrain he fights on will generate probably more eyes. I don't know what the ticket sales are over there, so I can't gauge that too well. But I would say Canelo's the more protected for that once. Remember when he knocked out Amir Khan, 2 judges had him up, and I had him losing 4 of the 6 rounds, 4 of the 5 rounds, somewhere in there. I forget what round he was knocked out in. I was there, but I was my vantage point was up top. I wasn't press row. I was in the press box up top watching that fight. So that was my vantage point. But I had Amir Khan up in that fight. He had won. If it was 6 rounds, he had won 4. If it was 5, he had won 3 of mine. I forget what round he knocked him out in. But yeah, Canelo's the more protected fighter. They both got the countries on their back. But unlike Eddie Hearn, unlike Oxtail Hoy, he only has a one-trick pony. Eddie Hearn is establishing himself, and I think he will be a force to reckon with in terms of promotion in America, because he'll be able. See, here's the trick with Eddie Hearn: he'll be able to take 2 American fighters, bring them over to the UK, put them on the undercard of Anthony Joshua, and build their career, and never bring them back to America. And you know who would be most suitable for that? And call me crazy, but like a guy like Adrian Broner, you know, who can go over there, be a name for himself, fight the Sam Eggingtons of the world, win a couple fights, build his brand, fight in front of 78,000 people, and not be challenged, you know. I think Eddie Hearn will be able to have that type of clout. I don't know which fighter it will be. I have no idea. I expect Eddie Hearn to be in New York this weekend, just because for the optics of it. You know, it makes sense. It's only a 5-hour, 4-hour flight for him, 5-hour flight. So I would expect him to be there. But I don't. Canelo is the more protected because he's the older fighter in the ring. I know Anthony Joshua just turned 28, and I think Canelo is 28, 29 as well. But I think just more fights against reputable opponents that would insinuate that Canelo is more protected. So, but that's a great question. It's a great boxing question, and So, anyways, once again, I'll be covering the fights this week. I'll get there Monday around 5 o'clock. And any questions you guys have, feel free to go on, message me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Silent Heroes, SILENTHEROS. And I'll be going live from Instagram too for the fight. It's just easier. You know, I know I'll make the money on Instagram, but it's just easy. I mean, on YouTube, but it's just so much easier to go live on Instagram because it's a one-click button. So any interesting things, if I'm around any interesting people, and you know PBC brings out all the fighters for their events because it's just free press, and they definitely do a great job at using us as much as even more than other fighters. You know, you're always going to have from Thursday to Saturday night, you're always going to have 20 to 30 fighters, managers, and promoters there that we can all in. So anyways, man, have a great Sunday. I gotta be creative in my Sunday because I don't watch football. So, but anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Genuinely appreciate you guys' support. We almost at 13,000. Just to talk about, I remember, and let this be a message to everyone who's starting something. Don't be discouraged. Don't ever be discouraged. You know, one of the disciplines is having the mental fortitude to start a business. The other discipline in creating a business is to trust the process. And as you guys know, it was a slow and grow process in the beginning, you know, and you know, I stayed consistent. I stayed in character. I stayed true to myself, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But the growth is encouraging. You guys' support is encouraging. You guys' comments are encouraging, and so for everyone out there, whatever business you want to start, you know, having the confidence to start it and having the confidence to trust the process. Those are the two major components to starting a business and believing it could be successful. And I wake up to hundreds now. I wake up to hundreds of comments every day, and it's pretty cool. I can't get to them all, so I just want you guys to know. But if you guys have just hit me on Instagram because it goes straight to my phone and I get it. And I would say I am the best responder ever because I live by something. When someone gives you 5 seconds, you give them 10 seconds. When someone gives them 30 seconds, you give them a minute. You know, I stand by that. So if you hit me on Instagram and if you message me, you can ask any of the subscribers. I literally respond as soon as I can. You know, and with smartphones, it's if someone's ignoring you, they're doing it on purpose. So, and it comes in by itself. You know, when I get comments, it comes in 20 at a time, 30 at a time, 40 at a time. And it just becomes overwhelming to some degree. So, so direct message me and we'll be good. So, but I genuinely appreciate you guys. And wherever you start in a business, don't get discouraged. Trust the process, man. Trust the process. You know, and like I said, if you guys have businesses and you're starting it, I'll be glad to you guys make the video, and I'll be glad you send it to me, and I'll be glad to put it on the channel to help grow your business. You know, and I appreciate you guys. And Canelo's the more protective fighter, and any questions you guys have this upcoming week, message me and I'll do my best to ask the question for you. I appreciate you guys. Peace.
I just want to remind you guys, In Your Corner, a movie I directed on Floyd Mayweather and Sam Watson, is out now on Vimeo.com. In Your Corner, click the link in the description box. And I would genuinely love and appreciate you guys' support. And don't hesitate to leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the film. And again, I appreciate you guys' support and enjoy the video. Peace.